Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Thanks for joining us here on the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Sarah Sanchez. We hope you enjoyed a wonderful Thanksgiving despite the rainy weather. And if you're wondering what tomorrow will bring, well, we know a guide. Let's check in with Sam Sampieri for a first look at the forecast for our Black Friday and beyond. Sam, good evening.
Good evening to you, Sarah. Glad and you hope that everyone had a great Thanksgiving. And yes, your Black Friday forecast is going to be just fine. We are dealing with basically a mix of sun and clouds right now. That's what we have, partly to mostly cloudy skies. Of course, it's nighttime now. And we do have some snow flurries coming down out of that northwest flow. Not really going to bother us. Big upper level low. Look at this low pressure system and some very cold air coming on down. It's already down to 32 in Winstead, 35 New Hartford, 36 in Bristol. You could see 40 Windsor Locks, mid to upper 30s to near 40 along the shore, 43 New Haven, the warm spot, to 35 Torrington, the cooler spot. We do have a wind out of the northwest at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So overnight, clear skies, and we wake up tomorrow morning with the sunshine, and then the sun will mix with some clouds during the afternoon hours. Lows by tomorrow morning in the upper 20s to lower 30s. Watch out for a little bit of black ice early tomorrow morning because temperatures will be below freezing with all that leftover moisture today. Otherwise, sun and clouds, maybe a renegade flurry tomorrow afternoon with highs reaching the low and middle 40s and then clearing brisk sundown at 4:21 tomorrow evening. So not bad for Black Friday. Coming up, I'll detail the rest of the holiday weekend. We'll talk about Sunday, a big travel day going home. And what about the first week of December? Will it be winter? The details coming up. Sarah?
All right, thank you, Sam. And people who lost everything today in a Hartford apartment fire are not letting their temporary living arrangements break their spirits. We've been following the story of the Concord Hills apartments for months now. Well, tonight on Thanksgiving, the tenants banded together like a family. Fox 61's Kate Pattyfoot has their story.
While many people are enjoying their Thanksgiving at home, the tenants of the Concord Hills apartments are at the Candlewood Suites. They say they're thankful for a roof over their head, but they still feel there's a lot of uncertainty on where they'll be for Christmas.
In a lot of different ways, it's not the same. Even you try in your mind to make that picture that everything is okay. The reality is not.
Olga Almador is spending Thanksgiving at the Candlewood Suites in Hartford instead of the Concord Hills apartments where she's lived for 20 years.
I'm trying to make that turkey over here today. I bought an oven and I cooked my turkey. I couldn't do the gravy. I couldn't do the stuffing because no space.
Destiny McKnight, a single mom of a 5-year-old boy, says this time last year she was happy, but this year...
I'm not happy at all. I'm very emotional. Yeah, I'm very emotional. I'm trying to keep it together, too.
Since being out of their homes, both ladies say their mental health has taken a toll. For Amador, it also has affected her work.
I forgot one child in the bathroom 45 minutes. Okay, never happened. And I didn't record it. I didn't count that boy. I don't remember. I still look inside myself. I said, did I count? Did I look inside the bathroom?
For McKnight, she's living day by day.
I haven't bought any gifts yet because I don't know if I have enough money. Don't have anything in that hotel room that screams out Christmas at all because this is not the most joyous time of year for me. I'm like very depressed about it.
And it's not just them. Others have voiced their concerns about how the city of Hartford has handled the situation.
Everybody's taking a huge toll with everything that they have going on with their medical conditions.
He promised that he would take care of the tenants. And that was one of the things that he promised me personally. And he has fallen short of it.
And if the tenants aren't granted an extension on December 9th,
I make an order on Amazon to get a heat to put in my car I know it's diesel, what I have to use and that, in case I have to sleep in my car, I'm going to sleep in my car.
Connecticut Fair Housing staff attorney Sarah White wants the city to do right by these tenants.
And, it's a basic city service to look out for the needs of renters and give tenants the insurance that they can continue to stay in their hotels if their homes are not ready on December 10th.
Even though this holiday looks different, the tenants are grateful to be spending it together and are hopeful the city will grant them an extension to stay in their temporary homes. They expect to hear something by December 9th. In Hartford, Kate Pattyfoot, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Yeah, they have to hear something by December 9th because that's it, right? That's the deadline. We wish them the best. We'll continue to follow that story. Well, there are more than 12,000 pairs of very tired feet tonight, resting after this morning's wet and wild Manchester road race. We're calling it wet because of all the rain and wild because of who won this 88th race. Fox 61's Keith McGilvery takes us to the finish line.
What a race here at the Manchester Road Race 2024. Some 12,000 runners taking to the course. And this year, what a sight to see Wayne Kaladi picking up her 4th win here in Manchester, an honorary member of our Connecticut community. It was great to see. And Andrew Colley, newly married, returning to Manchester. He has run it many times, never having picked up that win. That all changed today. You were on fire the last stretch of this race. What was today like for you?
It was great. As you can see, it's pouring down rain, but I made that turn onto Main Street and heard the roars of the crowd and the community here, and I had to, light it up for them.
And your story at Manchester is a story of perseverance. You have run this many times.
Yes.
You have come close. This year was your year. What does it mean?
It means a ton, the history at this race, the prestigiousness of this race. It's incredible to be a part of the community here.
You're a 4-time winner. What goes through your mind?
Well, it always feels amazing to come here. It was just like push until the end. That's the way how to do it. So that's what I did. It's amazing. It's always amazing to be here. It's just like every time when they cheer on me on the top of the hill, like everywhere in the course, I felt like a lot of energy. So thank you so much.
What do you want the people of Connecticut to know?
Well, I'm just so thankful to spend this Thanksgiving every year with you. Thank you so much for coming here and supporting us. I just amazing to be here.
Newly married Andrew Colley boarding a plane this afternoon to celebrate Thanksgiving as a newly married man. Wayne Kaladi running in Manchester off her appearance at the Paris Olympics. It is an exciting day for sure here in Manchester. I've invited both winners to join us again here next year. In Manchester, I'm Keith McGilvery, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Lots of happy faces there despite the rain. Well, you can find our full coverage of the Manchester Road Race on our website, fox61.com, and streaming on Fox 61 Plus. Well, there's much concern tonight for Yukon Huskies forward Alex Caraban. He was rushed to a hospital in Hawaii for a head injury he got during today's game at the Maui Invitational. There were about 2.5 minutes left in the game. Caraban's head hit the hardwood after being fouled. He stayed in the game for a bit, but was then taken to the hospital for concussion tests. The good news tonight is Caraban has been cleared to fly home with the team. But the bad news is the Huskies lost 85-67 to Dayton. They lost all 3 games they played at the tournament. Members of Connecticut's congressional delegation are now included in the investigation into threats targeting politicians. We're told every member received bomb threats at their homes today on Thanksgiving. The investigation first just included nominees to President-elect Trump's second administration. Nearly a dozen of President-elect Trump's cabinet nominees and appointees have been threatened since Tuesday night, including CIA Director nominee John Ratcliffe, Defense Secretary nominee Pete Hegseth, Agriculture Secretary nominee Brooke Rollins, withdrawn Attorney General nominee former Congressman Matt Gaetz, Trump's pick for UN Ambassador Elise Stefanik, and EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin. As far as Connecticut's lawmakers who received threats, all 5 U.S. representatives and their families are safe tonight. And this morning, the lawmakers were targeted with bomb threats to their homes in New Haven, Vernon, Wolcott, Greenwich, and East Hartford. We received statements from Rosa DeLauro, Joe Courtney, Johanna Hayes, Jim Himes, and John Larson. They all explained either a town official or local law enforcement received those threats, stating there was a bomb at the home of the lawmaker. Hayes said Wolcott police got a threatening email about a pipe bomb in her mailbox. Multiple agencies, including bomb squads, responded to all 5 homes, that is, and in all 5 cases, no evidence of a bomb was found. We're told all threats are under investigation tonight. And all 5 state reps are thanking law enforcement. One representative tonight said there's no place in our country for political violence. We have all their full statements on our website, fox61.com. And at this hour, we don't know if these incidents are connected. A spokesperson told us the FBI is working with state and local police. And police were standing by in large numbers at today's Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, just in case there was trouble. There was a bit of trouble, not from the rainy weather or the balloons. In fact, all the balloons flew, including Bluey, which suffered a puncture last night. Millions of people lined the sidewalk from the Upper West Side of Manhattan down to Macy's in Herald Square. But along the way, almost 24 pro-Palestinian protesters jumped barricades and blocked the parade route. They held up flags and banners and chanted on 6th Avenue just as that giant Ronald McDonald balloon hovered overhead. This is the second year protests against Israel's war in Gaza erupted during that parade and interrupted the parade. Police arrested 21 demonstrators. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, a ceasefire in Lebanon is in jeopardy. We'll have that story on the Fox 61 News at 11. Well, we've learned the woman who was hit by a car last night in West Hartford has died. Officials say 74-year-old Ann Rapkin was walking near Sedgwick and Cornell Roads around 6:45 last night when she was hit. Police say the driver has been cooperating with them throughout their investigation. There are no further details being released by police tonight. And firefighters in Hartford are investigating this fire that engulfed a 3-story home this morning. What you're looking at is the multifamily home on Wethersfield Avenue. Firefighters say they found flames on the 3rd floor and in the front room. They knocked the fire down pretty quickly. There are no reports of injuries. The Red Cross is helping the 5 people get help in the meantime. And these new photos just into the newsroom here from a large house fire in Weston. This one erupted near the town line. Several local fire departments pitched in. No word yet on a cause. With almost everything closed for the holiday, what do you do when your mouth hurts or you chip a tooth and you need some help? Well, fortunately, Columbia Dental in Manchester was open today. May not be how most people spent their Thanksgiving or wanted to, but the dentists at Columbia Dental still offered free cleanings for everyone, including those without insurance. They have a big hearts there. For people like Christian Tornell, who needed help with a toothache, the dental group was there to give a diagnosis.
In my area, I called everywhere in my area. They were all closed. So I came out here because, I didn't want to deal with my pain anymore in my mouth. They did a great job. They were able to figure out what I needed to work on, what I needed to get done.
Yeah, if you have that tooth pain, right, you can't wait another day. Well, Tornell said he hadn't been to a dentist in 2 years and was surprised to learn Columbia Dental is open, not just on Thanksgiving, but every day of the year. Keep that in mind if something happens the next holiday. Well, for 55 years, the Hands on Hartford organization's been providing services for the community, and today was a special day for those volunteers. They held the group's annual Thanksgiving Day community meal on Bartholomew Avenue in Hartford, serving more than 400 people, many of them families with children. It was delicious turkey and all the fixins.
We did 350 meals, and everyone who may not have been able to afford to or didn't have someone to have Thanksgiving with was able to come and enjoy the community for no cost.
CGI and Hartford steam boiler employees donated more than 500 drawstring bags full of gifts for both children and adults for Christmas. Those were handed out to everyone as well.